And as a Republican, I'm curious what your thoughts are on last week's election results. Good day for Democrats, bad day for Republicans. However, a lot of the wins, the bigger wins rather, were in blue or blue leaning states. Pennsylvania did see a win with the Supreme Court justices getting their term extended for another 10 years. Georgia saw a win down the ballot. But what do you make of what we saw on Tuesday?
Well, by any measure, Democrats had a fantastic night. I'm not just talking about in New Jersey and in Virginia and in New York City and on the California Prop 50 vote. Yeah, they did great in all those elections. But I'm looking at data in a more granular way. I was just looking in Pennsylvania, and beyond, we had the retention of 3 Supreme Court judges, and the Democrats won those, I think, by a margin of about 60-40, which is a huge win. So that was a sign. But even more importantly, when I'm looking at county data, like one of the counties I represented, Northampton County, one of the key swing counties of not only Pennsylvania, but the country. Same with Bucks County immediately to my south, also another key swing county in Pennsylvania, and also one that everybody watches nationally. Those counties, Democrats just ran the tables. I wasn't shocked by their victories. I was shocked by their margins of victory. Their margins were stunning. What I've learned, and I think every Republican who's running for office in 2026 better make note of this, is that in these off-year elections, Democrats have a much more reliable voter base. That was not always the case. When I first was in politics, for most of my time, Republicans had that more reliable voter base in off-year and even midterm elections. That has changed. That has changed completely because remember who the Republican base is now. The base is now composed more of people without college degrees, and Democrats have many more people with college degrees and higher incomes, and that demographic tends to vote more reliably. And that demographic, by the way, used to be much more Republican oriented, but in the era of Trump, that we've seen a massive realignment, and so now I think Republican voters have to realize that they're going into the midterm at a huge disadvantage in terms of they have lower propensity voters, and two, this is a midterm election. Party of the president almost always takes it on the chin, and it appears Republicans are going to be running into very heavy wins. And if they're as heavy as they were last Tuesday, it could be a really bad night in November of 26.